hate, and bitterness will ruin you. It doesn't hurt them, but it will ruin you. We helped each other overcome that bitterness so that when we did walk out of that camp, we walked out as free men, end quote. So again, I just maybe just ask you, please expand. What do you have? What advice do you have for people on how to clear themselves on the trauma they take from others?
I think you have to realize that pain and shame, doubts and fears are going to take you out of the person God made you to be. And you have to figure out a way to get healed and get away from that. And so in the POW camps, that was a day-by-day effort that really has caused us to be so free and to so healthy that we're outliving our peers, even though we were eating pumpkin soup for 6 months, twice a day.
With weevils, right?
Yeah, with weevils and bugs floating in it. And, you know, we had no medical care those years. And so all of that, because we were getting healthier emotionally, psychologically, to believe that we had a good life, that we weren't perfect, but we're going to be authentic. We are acceptable people, and we don't have to pretend. You know, that's powerful. When you're, you know, I have a model, a secure, insecure, secure on the right, picture a sliding model, secure to insecure, okay? Now, we all slide around on that a little bit because there's some areas where we're all insecure a little bit. But doubt, fear, pride, shame, anger, bitterness, all those kind of things are going to make you more insecure, okay? And that's why I encourage leaders, speak into your people's lives and let them know you believe in them, you care about them, because that helps them slide over. It helps them believe in themselves. It helps them get healthy. But each individual is going to have to work to get healthier and turn loose of bitterness and anger and shame and guilt, because those are going to make you a prisoner of life. You're going to be in handcuffs and leg irons if you've got those. And so whatever it takes, if it's going to get counseling, you know, I've been to counseling. You know, a fighter pilot would never go to counseling, but in the 1977, 75, 6, 7, somewhere in there, my wife said, I don't think we should live out here on this farm. It was my idea, see. I grew up on a farm, and I had been farming in the POW camps every day for 2 months, planning my farming out in Texas. And I pushed back on it, and she said, well, could we go to counseling? And I said, sure, because I'm not threatened. But nobody went to counseling back then, especially a pilot, Air Force officer. I was a captain. I was a major then. And she said, I said, sure. So after two sessions in counseling, I said, you know what? You're right. We need to move on base. And we did. And it was one of the best things I ever did, to go to counseling, and I listened. But that freed us up in our relationship to go on, and we've been married almost 49 years now.
Congratulations.
Our story is the last one in our new book, Captured by Love, Inspiring True Romance Stories from Vietnam POWs. So you got to get healthy, and love and caring make you more healthy than anything else. It frees you from the bonds that make you insecure.
That might actually be the title of this episode. I love that. Hey, sir, just wrapping up.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on veterans becoming victims in society after they return from war?
You know, I think when the Vietnam War veterans came home, there was so much anti-war stuff going on, and people saw that as an emotional thing. We got to let them know, those soldiers, they're over there killing people. Well, soldiers, that's their job, is to defend our country, and that means sometimes killing people. But the communists were killing a lot more people than we were. But it just kind of became a thing back then. And when our Vietnam veterans came home, for the most part, they were spit on. They couldn't wear their uniform in public a lot of places, and they were mistreated. They weren't valued and appreciated when they came home, and that was really bad. And that caused a lot of them to suffer even more. from what they had just leaving their buddies behind. So one of the things that we need to do, and our country has done a really good job lately, I think, letting veterans know we appreciate them, we value them. We've got a couple of days in the year now when we celebrate veterans, but everywhere you go, almost people are saying thank you for your service to veterans, and that is so important to let them know you appreciate them because they're sacrificing for our country and protecting our freedom. They don't make the decisions. The decisions about what our military does are made in Washington, D.C. You need to take that up with your